Have you ever wondered if the anxiety you feel might be more than just a nuisance? According to philosopher Soren Kierkegaard, this anxiety is a sign that you are about to discover something grand. Kierkegaard teaches us that anxiety is an opportunity for personal development. In this video, we will explore how to transform anxiety into a powerful force for growth. Get ready for a journey of self-discovery that can change how you view your uncertainties. Soren Kierkegaard, a name that resonates deeply in the realm of philosophy, is a thinker whose relevance transcends generations. His work addresses anxiety, a condition as common today as it was in his time. With unmatched passion, Kierkegaard explored human existence and existential anxiety, offering valuable insights for personal development. Kierkegaard's greatness lies not only in his ideas but in how he communicated them. He shows us that introspection is essential for self-discovery and self-realization. By confronting his own anxieties, he offers a path for others to do the same. His concept of subjective truth is an invitation to seek an authentic and meaningful life. Exploring Kierkegaard's philosophy, we discover that anxiety is not an enemy to be fought but an intrinsic part of human existence. He teaches us to see existential anxiety as a catalyst for personal development. This transformative perspective can change how we face our daily challenges. For instance, instead of avoiding situations that make us anxious, we can use them as opportunities to learn more about ourselves and grow stronger. Kierkegaard invites us to dive into the depths of our own existence, to question our passions, and to seek subjective truth. His work is a reminder that true wisdom comes from introspection and the willingness to confront our own anxieties. Through his words, we are encouraged to seek self-discovery. He exemplifies this through his own life, facing and writing about his personal struggles to guide others. An introduction to Kierkegaard would not be complete without mentioning his lasting influence on personal development and modern philosophy. He not only explored anxiety but also provided practical tools to deal with it. His writings continue to inspire those seeking a deeper understanding of human existence. Kierkegaard's philosophy is a true gem for those seeking self-discovery. His ideas on subjective truth and existential anxiety are powerful tools for personal growth. He challenges us to look within ourselves and confront our uncertainties. His legacy lives on, helping us to understand that embracing our fears can lead to profound personal insights. Born in Copenhagen, Denmark, Kierkegaard was immersed in philosophical thought from an early age, profoundly influenced by his father. His strict and reflective family environment encouraged him to question human existence. From a young age, he found himself involved in philosophical debates that shaped his ideas. Kierkegaard grew up during a time of great social and intellectual transformations, which accentuated his philosophical reflections. 19th-century Denmark, with its religious fervor and intellectual debates, served as the backdrop for his meditations. His father, a deeply religious man, instilled in him the importance of introspection and subjective truth. This environment nurtured Kierkegaard's unique perspective on life and anxiety. Kierkegaard's philosophy began to take shape in response to the contrasting influences of his upbringing. He was educated in the Lutheran tradition but soon found himself questioning religious and philosophical dogmas. His academic training was marked by an incessant quest for answers about human existence. This led him to explore the depths of his own anxieties and how they reflected broader existential questions. During his studies, Kierkegaard began to develop his own style of thought, distancing himself from contemporary philosophers. He rejected conformity and focused on introspection as a means of personal growth. This focus led him to write about existential anxiety in a way that deeply resonated with his own experiences. Kierkegaard's writings reflect his personal journey and struggles, providing a relatable and profound perspective on anxiety. The influence of his father cannot be underestimated. Michael Peterson Kierkegaard was an introspective man whose religious vision shaped young Soren. This complex relationship led him to explore the tension between faith and doubt, a recurring theme in his work. Kierkegaard used this tension to explore anxiety as a universal human condition, one that bridges the personal and the philosophical. Kierkegaard's formal education at the University of Copenhagen was just the beginning of his philosophical exploration. There, he delved into studies of theology and philosophy, but always with a critical eye. He questioned the validity of absolute truths and sought to understand human existence through his own lens. This critical approach is evident in his major works, where he discusses anxiety not as an abstract concept but as a deeply personal experience. Kierkegaard developed a unique view of existential anxiety, influenced by his upbringing and intellectual environment. He saw anxiety not as a flaw but as a necessary part of personal development. This innovative concept resonated with many struggling with life's uncertainties. His philosophy provides a roadmap for turning personal turmoil into a journey of self-discovery. Kierkegaard's intellectual journey was marked by an incessant search for truth. He shows us that introspection and self-discovery are essential for self-realization. His philosophy encourages us to face uncertainty and embrace anxiety as a path to personal growth. Through his works, Kierkegaard continues to inspire those seeking deeper understanding and authenticity. In his work, The Concept of Anxiety, Kierkegaard explores existential anxiety as a natural response to life's uncertainties. He sees anxiety as a state that emerges when we confront our freedom and the infinite possibilities before us. This perspective is revealing, showing that anxiety is an intrinsic part of the human condition. It highlights that feeling anxious is a sign of our ability to recognize and navigate our freedom. Kierkegaard argues that existential anxiety is a sign that we are aware of our own freedom. When we perceive the vastness of our choices, anxiety arises as a reflection of that freedom. Instead of paralyzing, this anxiety can be transformed into a motivating force for personal growth. This profound understanding of anxiety invites us to face our uncertainties. For Kierkegaard, anxiety is not simply an evil to be eliminated but a condition that can lead to greater self-knowledge. He believes that by recognizing and accepting our anxiety, we can begin to understand our existence better. This process of introspection is essential for self-discovery and personal development. Anxiety thus becomes a guide. By acknowledging our anxieties, we can use them to delve deeper into our own desires and motivations. Kierkegaard's work challenges us to reassess our relationship with anxiety. He encourages us to see anxiety as an opportunity for introspection and growth. Instead of fleeing from it, we can use it as a tool to explore our true passions and desires. This transformative approach can change how we face our fears. By confronting anxiety, we can uncover what truly matters to us and take steps toward achieving our goals. Kierkegaard suggests that anxiety is a manifestation of our awareness of the infinite and our inability to fully embrace it. He reminds us that anxiety is a natural response to the unknown and that facing it is part of living an authentic life. This concept helps us understand that anxiety is a valuable part of the human experience. Embracing our anxieties can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Existential anxiety, according to Kierkegaard, is a force that can propel us towards self-discovery. Rather than being a burden, it can be seen as a sign that we are on a path of personal growth. This understanding allows us to use anxiety as a tool to improve our lives. Acceptance of anxiety is a crucial step. By seeing anxiety as a natural part of our journey, we can learn to harness its energy for positive change. Kierkegaard also addresses anxiety as a condition that everyone inevitably faces. He suggests that accepting anxiety is accepting our humanity and our capacity for choice. This acceptance is the first step in transforming anxiety into an ally. By doing so, we begin to walk a more conscious and intentional path of personal development. This perspective encourages us to embrace our anxieties as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. Anxiety, then, is not something to be eliminated but understood and utilized. Kierkegaard teaches us that by facing our anxiety, we open doors to new possibilities and a deeper understanding of ourselves. This approach encourages us to see anxiety in a new light, as a potentially positive force. Thus, we begin to transform our lives. By integrating these insights, we can live more authentically and intentionally. Kierkegaard sees existential reality as a blank canvas where each individual must paint their own life. This creative freedom, however, comes with profound responsibility. Anxiety arises as a natural response to this immense responsibility. Recognizing this is the first step in transforming anxiety into a positive force. This perspective highlights the importance of our choices and their impact on our lives. Existential anxiety is often triggered by the perception of our limitations and infinite possibilities. This duality can be paralyzing, but it can also be a source of inspiration. Kierkegaard invites us to embrace this duality as an integral part of the human experience. By doing so, we can transform anxiety into a driver for self-discovery and personal growth. This duality reminds us of the vast potential within us and encourages us to explore it. Kierkegaard describes anxiety as a constant companion on life's journey. Instead of trying to avoid anxiety, he suggests we accept it as a natural part of our existence. This acceptance allows us to explore new possibilities and commit to our choices more fully. Anxiety then becomes a guide in our search for meaning. The perception of our freedom can be frightening, but it is also liberating. Kierkegaard reminds us that by facing existential anxiety, we allow ourselves to live more authentically. Anxiety forces us to confront our own truths and make choices that truly reflect who we are. This process is essential for self-realization. Kierkegaard highlights that existential reality is full of uncertainties, and it is precisely in these uncertainties that we find the potential for growth. Anxiety alerts us to the possibilities we have not yet explored. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zone and seek new experiences. This movement toward the unknown is fundamental to personal development. By accepting anxiety as part of the human condition, we begin to see life from a new perspective. Kierkegaard suggests that anxiety can help us discover our true passions and live according to our values. This approach allows us to use anxiety as a tool for introspection and self-discovery. Every moment of anxiety is an opportunity to grow. Kierkegaard challenges us to see anxiety not as an obstacle but as a vital part of our existential journey. It pushes us to make more conscious choices and live more intentionally. By embracing anxiety, we can transform our lives and achieve greater self-realization. This understanding is crucial for personal development. For Kierkegaard, anxiety is not just an unpleasant feeling but an essential state for personal and existential development. He sees anxiety as an indicator that we are on the brink of something significant. This state, although uncomfortable, is a doorway to self-discovery. By recognizing anxiety as part of our experience, we can begin to use it as a tool for growth. Kierkegaard's view challenges the common perception that anxiety is something to be avoided. He encourages us to see anxiety as an opportunity to explore our inner depths. This state can lead us to question our beliefs and examine our lives more closely. By doing so, we can uncover new truths about ourselves and our purpose. Kierkegaard suggests that anxiety is a reflection of our awareness of freedom and possibility. Each moment of anxiety is an opportunity to choose and define who we are. This state of being, though uncomfortable, is an invitation to embrace our freedom. By accepting anxiety, we can start to live more authentically and intentionally. Anxiety, rather than being an adversary, can be seen as an ally in our personal development. Kierkegaard shows us that this state forces us to confront our choices and take responsibility for our lives. This confrontation is vital for growth and self-realization. Anxiety reminds us that we are alive and that we have the power to shape our destiny. Kierkegaard's approach to anxiety offers a new perspective on how to face our fears. He invites us to use anxiety as a catalyst for introspection and self-discovery. This state can help us identify what truly matters to us and make choices that align with our values. By doing so, anxiety becomes a powerful tool for growth. Kierkegaard sees anxiety as a dynamic state that can lead us to new heights of understanding and self-realization. He encourages us to embrace anxiety as a natural part of our journey. This state challenges us to step out of our comfort zone and explore new possibilities. Through this process, we can discover our true potential and achieve greatness. Anxiety, according to Kierkegaard, is a state that forces us to face the uncertainty and complexity of life. This state pushes us to seek answers and better understand our existence. By accepting anxiety as part of our human condition, we can begin to see each moment of uncertainty as an opportunity to grow and evolve. Kierkegaard's view of anxiety as an essential state offers a new understanding of how to live fully. He shows us that anxiety can be a positive force that drives us towards self-realization. This state, although challenging, is a vital part of our existential journey. By embracing anxiety, we can transform our lives and achieve significant personal growth. Kierkegaard introduces the concept of passion as a vital means of transforming anxiety into personal growth and self-realization. For him, passion is the force that drives us to act, explore, and live authentically. This intense energy helps us face anxiety with courage, allowing us to turn the fear of the unknown into a journey of discoveries. Passion thus becomes the engine that propels us towards growth. Passion, according to Kierkegaard, is what gives life to our actions and decisions. When we are truly passionate about something, we can overcome anxiety and embrace uncertainty. This passion motivates us to seek subjective truth and live according to our values. By finding something we are deeply passionate about, we transform anxiety into a creative force. Kierkegaard reminds us that passion is essential for self-realization. Without passion, our lives can become monotonous and directionless. He encourages us to find and follow our passions, as it is through them that we find purpose and meaning. This process not only helps us face anxiety but also grow significantly. For Kierkegaard, passion is a response to existential anxiety. When we find something that ignites our passion, we can face our uncertainties with a new perspective. This passion gives us the courage to explore new possibilities and make bold decisions. It transforms anxiety into an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. Finding passion can be challenging, but Kierkegaard believes it is a pursuit worth undertaking. He encourages us to explore different interests and experiences until we find something that truly moves us. This search is an essential part of personal development. By embracing our passions, we transform anxiety into a journey of growth and self-realization. Kierkegaard sees passion as a means of transcending conformity and embracing subjective truth. When we follow our passions, we live according to who we truly are, not what others expect of us. This authenticity is fundamental to self-realization. Passion allows us to live more fully and meaningfully. Through passion, Kierkegaard shows us that we can transform anxiety into a positive force. Passion gives us the energy and motivation to face challenges and pursue our true aspirations. It helps us see anxiety not as an obstacle but as a vital part of our journey of personal growth. This perspective is essential for achieving self-realization. Kierkegaard challenges us to find and nurture our passions, as it is through them that we truly live. He reminds us that passion is the key to transforming anxiety into growth. By following our passions, we can achieve a life of self-realization and meaning. This understanding encourages us to face anxiety with courage and live authentically and fully. Subjective truth allows us to live authentically, free from the expectations and conformities imposed by society. Kierkegaard challenges us to find our own truth and stand by it, even if it means going against the grain. This act of courage is essential for personal development and self-realization. By doing so, we transform anxiety into a force of empowerment. Kierkegaard sees the search for subjective truth as a response to existential anxiety. When we are connected to our inner truth, we can face life's uncertainties with more confidence. This truth provides a solid foundation for making decisions and living according to our values. It helps us transform anxiety into a state of continuous growth. Subjective truth, according to Kierkegaard, is a guiding light in the darkness of uncertainty. It offers us clarity amidst chaos and helps us navigate the complexities of life. This search for truth is a continuous process of introspection and self-discovery. Each step in this journey brings us closer to our essence, allowing us to live more fully and authentically. Kierkegaard reminds us that subjective truth is not something we find once and keep forever. It is a continuous search that evolves with our experiences and reflections. This truth is shaped by our passions, challenges, and anxieties. By embracing this journey, we transform anxiety into an ally that guides us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves. The importance of subjective truth lies in its ability to connect us with our deepest essence. Kierkegaard believes that by finding our own truth, we can live more meaningfully and self-fulfilling lives. This truth gives us the courage to face anxiety and use its energies for our personal growth. It reminds us that we are the authors of our own lives. The journey for subjective truth is a journey of courage and self-discovery. Kierkegaard encourages us to face our anxieties and seek the truth that resonates with our experiences and values. This search leads us to a more authentic and meaningful life. By doing so, we transform anxiety into a positive force that propels us towards self-realization. Kierkegaard emphasized the importance of confronting anxiety to regain agency and promote personal growth. He believed that by facing our fears and uncertainties, we can transform anxiety into a positive force. This confrontation is essential for self-discovery and self-realization. Accepting anxiety as part of life allows us to live more fully. For Kierkegaard, facing anxiety is an act of courage and introspection. He suggests that we look within ourselves and recognize our anxieties instead of avoiding them. This process of introspection helps us understand the roots of our fears and find ways to overcome them. Confronting anxiety gives us the opportunity to grow and evolve. Anxiety, according to Kierkegaard, is a window into our soul, revealing our deepest insecurities and desires. He encourages us to use this anxiety as a tool for self-knowledge. By facing our fears, we begin to understand better who we are and what we truly want from life. This understanding is crucial for personal development. Kierkegaard sees anxiety as a necessary challenge for growth. He reminds us that avoiding anxiety only makes it more powerful. Instead, by facing it, we can reduce its impact and use its energy to our benefit. This confrontation is a vital part of our self-discovery journey. Through it, we can transform anxiety into a driver for positive change. Kierkegaard's approach to facing anxiety involves a combination of introspection and action. He suggests that we reflect on our anxieties while also taking concrete steps to address them. This combination allows us to transform anxiety into a force that propels us forward. By doing so, we can achieve a greater sense of self-realization. Confronting anxiety, according to Kierkegaard, allows us to live more authentically. He believes that true self-realization is only possible when we face our anxieties head-on. This confrontation helps us find our own truth and live according to it. By doing so, we transform anxiety into a powerful ally in our personal development journey. Kierkegaard reminds us that facing anxiety is a continuous process. Each time we confront our fears, we learn more about ourselves and become stronger. This strength allows us to face future challenges with more confidence and resilience. By accepting anxiety as part of our experience, we can live more fully and meaningfully. The journey of facing anxiety is one of courage and growth. Kierkegaard encourages us not to flee from our fears but to use them as an opportunity for self-discovery. This process allows us to transform anxiety into a positive force that guides us towards self-realization. By doing so, we can live more authentically and satisfactorily. True self-realization, according to Kierkegaard, requires embracing uncertainty and rejecting conformity. He teaches us that living authentically demands the courage to explore the unknown and challenge established norms. This process involves continuous introspection and self-discovery. By doing so, we transform anxiety into a force that propels us toward personal growth. Kierkegaard believes that self-realization is a path each person must tread uniquely. He encourages us to seek our own values and passions rather than follow societal expectations. This path may be full of uncertainties, but it is precisely these uncertainties that allow us to grow. By embracing uncertainty, we find new opportunities for self-realization. The path to self-realization is filled with challenges and difficult choices. Kierkegaard reminds us that facing these challenges is an essential part of personal development. By making decisions that resonate with our subjective truth, we begin to live more authentically. Each conscious choice brings us closer to our essence and self-realization. For Kierkegaard, introspection is a powerful tool for achieving self-realization. He suggests that we constantly reflect on our actions, desires, and fears. This introspection helps us better understand our motivations and make choices aligned with our values. Through this process, we transform anxiety into a force for growth. Self-discovery, according to Kierkegaard, is a continuous process requiring courage and honesty. He encourages us to look within ourselves and confront our anxieties and uncertainties. This confrontation allows us to discover who we truly are and what we want from life. Self-discovery is essential for self-realization and helps us live more fully and meaningfully. Kierkegaard sees self-realization as a state of being achieved by accepting anxiety and uncertainty. He reminds us that by facing our fears, we find the strength to grow and evolve. This process of confrontation is essential for personal development. By accepting anxiety as part of our journey, we can achieve a greater sense of self-realization. The journey to self-realization is unique for each individual. Kierkegaard encourages us to seek our own paths and make choices that reflect our subjective truth. This quest allows us to live authentically and meaningfully. Self-realization thus becomes a continuous process of personal growth and evolution. Kierkegaard challenges us to embrace uncertainty and use anxiety as a positive force in our journey of self-realization. He reminds us that true self-realization is only possible when we live according to our own values and passions. This approach allows us to transform anxiety into a powerful ally, guiding us toward a fuller and more authentic life. We have reached the end of this philosophical journey with Soren Kierkegaard, and now it is time to apply these teachings to your life. How can you transform your anxiety into a positive force? What concrete steps are you willing to take to face your uncertainties and grow personally? Remember, self-discovery begins with the courage to confront your fears. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring these topics and discover more about how to achieve self-realization. If you enjoyed learning how to transform anxiety into a positive force, you will love our previous video, Transform Your Life with the Power of Words, How to Speak to the Universe. In it, we explore how words can shape your reality and help you manifest your desires. Just as Kierkegaard teaches us to use anxiety as a tool for personal growth, the previous video reveals how you can use the power of language to influence your life positively. Discover how these insights into the power of words and the transformative potential of anxiety can work together to create a fulfilling and successful life. Don't miss the opportunity to watch and learn how to harness the power of words to transform your life.